Good morning, everyone. I am straightening up my nail table this morning. Wow, got a lot of stuff out here. So do y'all clean up like at the end of the day? Do you do a good like deep clean of your spot, or do you deep clean in the morning when you come in to start the day? I always would like just shut off at night and wouldn't have enough energy to stay around and like clean everything and reset it for the next day. So I used to just like a lot of times leave my nail table kind of a mess, which is a scary thing to do because, you know, people would come by and kind of like look in the window when I wasn't there because they would see, you know, my salon online, and they would just, you know, like when you do a drive-by, because you're like, oh, I might check that place out one day. So you just decide to do kind of a drive-by and just check it out. And I would always be like, oh no, they're gonna look in the window and see my mess everywhere. And truth be told, I think that probably happened, but I just, at the end of the day after working all day, never did have the energy to like really clean up everything good. But in the mornings, I'm definitely a morning person. So in the mornings, I would always come in really early and clean everything up really well and sort of just get everything set. So I was just asking, I know a lot of you are just joining. I was just asking if you all were the type of people to, hey Izzy, can you grab me those dried flowers over there? And I may have admirer glitter over there too. The hearts. No, I need the actual containers of this stuff. The container of the dried flowers is by that Diet Coke. And I'm not sure if admirers may be over there too. So anyway, I was just asking if y'all were the type of people to like really do like a good deep clean at the end of the day when you finish your clients, or if you're the type of people that would come in early in the morning and get everything set up and cleaned. I'm definitely a morning type. Thanks, babe. I wonder what I did with admirer glitter. Just looking around for it. Thank God for Izzy. Wonder where my little jar is. Well, all right. Let me know how y'all are doing, where you're watching from. Give me a like, a share, whatever you can this morning. Getting ready to get started here. Got some exciting things happening at Wildflowers, always, but extra exciting when we have a new product to share. So y'all may have seen what we have. It's kind of like a little gadget, so that's fun. Hey, Geneva. Good morning. Good morning from California. Nice and early over there, right? Okay. So, Texas. I am in the Atlanta area, and it's really cold here. I think it's kind of cold everywhere across the country, isn't it? I know y'all are excited. Okay. I'll get to it. Well, let me begin by first of all saying we have a giveaway, and we had the computer like generate the winners. I did 2 winners. Ooh, upstate New York. That gave me goosebumps just thinking about it. Oh, New Jersey. Oh, Northwest Florida. All right. Don't make me jealous. I kind of want to go back to Florida. We'll be there for Master Artist Week. Okay. So we've got 2 winners that I picked. I don't know who these people are, and I'm like excited to meet them. I only have their email addresses, but for this month's giveaway, I did make a requirement to put your name so that I don't have to send an email and just be like, hey. But for these people who won, I just sent an email and was like, hey. Hopefully I don't think I'm a scammer. So our 2 winners, the email addresses are Kayla Kerpius. I'm not going to say the rest of the email addresses. I don't want people to like spam them. Not that you guys would, but you know what I mean. And the other email address is like DIDIFXXX at. So those are our two winners. I have sent them an email to let them know that they have won. So they both won a set of puppy gel and a gold brush. So super excited. Thank you for everyone who entered. We do have a new giveaway up for this month. So this month, we will be giving away the Wildflowers Micro Hollow Glitter Collection. So that's all 3 sets of the Micro Hollow Glitters. Each set, I know like a lot of you watching probably already have these, but each set comes with 8 glitters. These are our micro holographic glitters. So this is what we're gonna be giving away this month for the month of February. So yeah, it really is a good collection, if I do say so myself. So that is our giveaway. It is up on the website. Y'all are welcome to enter. Just to let you know, we had probably about 450 people enter the last giveaway that we did. And you guys can do multiple entries. And the way that you do that is after you go to our website and enter. So there's a banner right on the homepage that says like enter the giveaway. You click there. When you get to the giveaway, what you do is like you put in your email, you put in your name. That way we have a way to contact you. And then after that, it gives you the option to share. So by sharing, you actually get entered more times because anyone who clicks on the link that you provide, so it's going to give you a link that says, hey, share this link with your friends and let them know about the giveaway. When you share that particular link and people click on that to enter the giveaway, it actually enters you again into the giveaway. So that's how the giveaway works. Make sure you enter and make sure you share because when you share, I think you can earn maybe like 13 or 14 entries. So you get entered like 14 times, which definitely increases your odds. And I know one of our winners was actually through someone's share, and it actually told me who the person was who shared, which was kind of cool. I wasn't expecting it to do that. So anyway, yes, congratulations to the winners. I can't wait to meet you and get that out to you. So hooray. All right. Let's see what else. Oh, I'll tell you quickly about our specials. I don't have a February bloom box to show you because our morning was slightly chaotic. I did try to get one, but I'm pretty sure that Erin and Jotana both have them, so I'll make sure that they show them off to you. They're beautiful. I know they've already been working with the February bloom box glitters. If you don't know what the bloom box is, the bloom box is our glitter subscription that you can get sent to you monthly. Which is really fun. And we always have the most beautiful glitters in there. They're custom glitters, always brand new. So that's what our bloom box is all about. You can find that on our website as well under the glitters tab, or I think there's even a tab that just says bloom box. So that's where you can find that information. So we have a new one coming out for February that I'll have the other girls kind of show off for us. We also have a February gel polish bundle. So we decided at Wildflowers this year that we're gonna bundle up our beautiful gel polishes into 4 color bundles. And so last month we featured baby blue and a few other colors. This month we've got these beautiful pinks and purples. So we have Imperial Jewel, Jupiter, Jubilee, and Klepto. So those are our colors for this month. If you're wanting to just kind of slowly build your gel polish collection, 4 colors at a time, which is really great because it gives you time to really appreciate the colors and really kind of get to know the colors. I like doing it that way personally, but I know a lot of you are like, just give me every single color right now. So we have both kinds of customers and I get it, I understand. So for $39, you can get that bundle of 4 gel polishes. And again, that's right when you go to wildflowersnails.com. Hey Candy, when you go to wildflowersnails.com, it's going to be right on the main homepage for Wildflowers. You'll be able to find that information and be able to purchase those gel polishes. Let's see. I'll tell you one more thing and then I'll get on to the new product that we have. So we have been working up in the warehouse a lot, and we have a lot of gel polish full sets, like the ones in the beautiful cases. So we are doing a special on those for this week. And we are offering those at a price of $3.99, which is insane. Because like if you were to pay separately for like, you know, all the bottles of gel polish and the case and the swatch book, it would be $6.99. So we're literally slashing them by like $300 and putting them on sale for $3.99. And honestly, it's just because like we really kind of need some room in our warehouse. We're kind of squished into a very small space right now, and we have a lot of new and exciting product on the way, and we're like, oh my gosh, what's taking up a lot of space? And so those gel polish sets are really taking up a lot of space in there, and so we're just trying to kind of like see if we can move some sets of the gel polish. So yeah, if you're looking for a brand new line of gel polishes, our gel polishes are phenomenal. They're highly pigmented, they're creamy. I really haven't received any negative feedback about them at all. So those of you who have them, if you want to like chime in and tell everyone how fabulous they are, I don't know. But anyway, or help us spread the word, because I know that when you're starting out, it is really nice to get like a starter set of gel polishes, and I really am proud of our starter set. Plus it has that really great case. So if you're looking for something like that, or you know someone looking for something like that, please spread the word. Let them know that they are on special for $3.99, which is like the lowest we've ever put them. So we don't have matching nail lacquer at this time, Ramona, but like when we get into a bigger facility, I think that's something we could definitely look at doing. Right now, we're sort of in like one of those transition type of phases, and so we're having to kind of be careful with like what we do and bring in. But it is something that like I know people like to have a matching lacquer. So it's definitely something on our radar, and we are going to be transitioning to a HEMA-free formula as well. So definitely, like as we do that, we'll look into seeing if we can do maybe some matching lacquers to go with them. That might be a good time to kind of start to roll that out. So we're not rolling it out all at once with the HEMA-free. We are going to kind of like, as we need to re-up colors, we're gonna like have the box look a little bit different. That way you all know if you're looking for a HEMA-free, we'll be able to say, well, we have these colors available so far in a HEMA-free formula, and stay tuned because we just continue to keep adding more to our line. So I'm getting ready to, yeah, I know. Listen, Yannick, like it's actually a compliment, because I really work hard to do like a sophisticated color palette when we do colors of anything. Even our gel paints, our gel polishes, they're always going to be like sort of unique colors that aren't just the typical. I feel like everybody puts out like a set of very like typical colors, and I was definitely going for stuff that was a little bit off typical for our color range. So that is a compliment, and I appreciate that, because yeah, it is hard to match it. So we'll actually have to see if I can get our manufacturer to work with me to do that. So yeah, thank you. But thank you, everyone. Okay, so on to the new product. We have a new product. It's really fun. It's not an expensive product. It's $12. We were able to get these flash cure lights made that have this like sticky, squishy top. And so what's this all about? This is so awesome for encapsulating, especially, y'all know, if you have like gel polish manicure people and they want to do something like put a dried flower in their nail, or put one of the Admire glitter hearts, you know, those iridescent, the ones that look like ghosts, but they're hearts. So they want to put those on their nail. The problem is the dried flowers are not like super flat, and the Admire hearts are super flat, but like, you know, it's sometimes hard to get them to curve with the nail. So that's where this flashlight comes into play. It's actually really nice. So it comes in a box. It does have our Wildflowers logo on it. I know you can't really see it too well because of the bright lights, but we do have our logo on here. It doesn't come with batteries. You put your own batteries in. Takes like 3 AAA batteries. Let me see if I can just unscrew this and kind of show you. I didn't really like do this on the video, but so there's like a battery compartment right there. So you just follow the directions and put the batteries in the way the batteries go. And then that goes in here. What's cool about this is that this little head that goes on this is just, it just like sticks on there. So it's just a flash cure light. Similar to our pink. We're almost out of our pink ones. So I was like, well, this is the perfect time to restock because I'd love to launch the ones that have this little squishy head as an option. So this is like the super sticky stamper. So if you have our super sticky clear stamper, you'll know what I'm talking about. Very, very sticky. This little sticky guy just literally will stick right onto the lens of your flash cure light. And then when you, and then I've been like touching it and greasing it up. But then when you go to encapsulate your stuff on the nail, it's really great because you have this lovely clear squishy thing that will just squash whatever you're trying to encapsulate, like right down onto the nail and kind of curve it. Definitely some lessons to be learned with this. I want you, if you're purchasing, make sure, please, you guys, I always try to make instructional videos for you because I love you and I don't want you to like ever get something and not know how to use it or not know like the little learning curve things about it. So I'd say the biggest thing that we learned from using the flash cure light, this little guy with like the squishy head, is that if you have a super slick surface that you're putting, say, an admirer piece of glitter on, and the whole underneath is like slick, and then you try to come down with this light and like get it centered, it's not, it'll a lot of times move. So the biggest thing that we learned from working with it is if you have like a not so slick surface underneath, it's better. Sticky's great. Sticky is a fantastic type of surface to have underneath. What I recommend doing is taking the Wildflowers clear base gel. This stuff works perfect for it. Putting just a small dab of the Wildflowers base gel and then taking the flash cure light with the squishy head and, you know, really just kind of like squashing down and turning your light on. The other option, because this stamper head like little thing is removable, is you can always sort of hold on to your customer's finger, set this down onto the part that you're encapsulating, and then come with your light and just give it a little push to try to like keep it centered. Because yeah, if you just get in there and you're like, I'm just gonna cram this down, a lot of times what you're trying to trap down will like scoot on you. So today I'm gonna do a big demonstration. This is going to be not a fast demonstration. I am going to sculpt a nail using the Wildflowers Build in a Bottle Clear. And then I'm going to encapsulate some of our dried flowers in that. And so just looking to see, I had my stuff like all over the place. I was trying to record this in case the internet was goofy, which it seems to be okay right now. I was trying to record it yesterday when I was doing it, and I swear every one of my children walked in while I was recording because I forgot to lock the door, and I was like, oh my God. And so it got a little crazy, and I left my desk a mess, and now I'm like, oh God, I can't find my tweezers. I can't find this, I can't find that. Hey, Izzy, will you look and see if my little peacock, I can see them from here. Can you grab me those peacock tweezers? I definitely need the tweezers for today. Thanks, babe. I'm gonna just work on my things. I'm just gonna work on my own nails. They are, they're rough. They are rough. I'm going to apply form, and I'm gonna show you in good detail how to apply the Wildflowers forms. And if you guys didn't know, we do sell the forms in like flat packs of 100 now, rather than those ginormous rolls. So if you're looking for forms, you're looking for new forms that are really, really, really good, our forms are really good. And you can definitely get them in the flat packs. They ship easier. They're just, I really like them in the little flat packs. So we do have them in 100 packs. And the other great thing about having the forms in the flat packs is they fit into your boxes really well when we ship them. And they travel well because they're not on like a giant roll. So if you're going somewhere and you want to be able to have your forms with you, they actually travel really well in a flat pack. So collect the flat pack. So they come in clear and they come in paper. I'm gonna go ahead and flip you down. Hopefully we don't encounter any technical difficulties today as I do this. Everything is just being so kind to me today. I love it. All right, the internet's not bugging out. Here we are. So these are the dried flowers. And I don't know if y'all have ever worked with these, but they can be pretty crispy. I mean, they are dried. They are not moist at all. And I was gonna say, if anyone out there has a like trick, because they are as crispy as potato chips. And when you try to encapsulate them, sometimes they'll break. I have a feeling, I don't wanna wet it with water. I feel like wetting it with water would be like a bad idea. And I don't know if like quickly wetting it with alcohol would be a horrible idea too. But I feel like, gosh, it sure would be nice if there was a way to sort of like moisten it. I'm gonna put a little dab of alcohol on it and just see what happens. Oh. All right, maybe alcohol. If I was gonna try anything, it would be alcohol to just kind of soften it a little bit to make it a little bit more flexible. But I'm sure someone out there has a cool trick for these. So I'm just waiting for you to comment. So whenever you are ready to let me know what your cool trick is, you can just let me know what the cool trick is. The other thing that's really fun to encapsulate, and I show this on the video, are those admirer hearts, which are those little iridescent hearts that look like ghosts. Here's like a baby size one of them. So that's another option for things to encapsulate. So yeah, I just like, see, Kathy, I thought about doing a damp towel too, but I just get nervous when it comes to anything that has to do with like water. Because, you know, water and gel products and stuff don't seem to be like real good friends. All right, did you like how I just chopped that? Clear top coat. Okay, these are all great, great suggestions. I will have to play around and try. So here's my rough little fingernail. Just a damp one, just a tiny bit damp. Yep. I would think it would probably work. So the first thing we want to do, I'm just going to grab this buffer from Wildflowers. This is like 100 on this side and it's 180 over on this side. And I'm just going to quickly like remove my shine. And you know, this looks a lot of different ways for a lot of different nail techs. You know, a lot of people do this with the machine, with the electric file. That's a great way to do it. I typically would do it that way. I feel like I already had it prepped though, and I don't want to do any more damage to my nail. Okay, y'all, thank you for the tips. What great tips. Thank you. Love that. I love that you are sharing those tips with all of us. It's very wonderful. All right, so a little bit of alcohol, a little bit of acetone. This is literally all you have to do when you're working with the Wildflowers base gel. And we do recommend putting base under pretty much everything that we work with. Even like when I go to schools, I will tell the nail students, like our Wildflowers base is just phenomenal, and it can literally go under your acrylic and it will stop a lot of lifting. And I noticed at the school, that's what a lot of the students had started doing, and they were super excited about how well it works for adhesion, you know, to kind of help, because especially when you're in school, it just feels like nothing wants to stay on. So this is the Wildflowers base gel. It definitely has like a nice thick viscosity to it. And so it's not just gonna slip slide on quickly. It's something that you have to sort of like slow down a little bit. And even for some of you, you might want to do a little like shimmy. This is a shimmy, 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 shimmy. You may like to do a little scrubby type of shimmy with your brush. But boy, does this stuff stay stuck. I mean, it is really just awesome for adhesion. Okay. So I've got my layer of base gel on there, and then this is going to cure. I'm gonna stick this in my light for 30 seconds. Now, while that's curing, I'm gonna talk a little bit about our form and just point this out. Do y'all see the rainbow stripes? Yeah, isn't that awesome, Simi? I get so excited about it. I just don't think people know how awesome our base gel really is. So this is our form. See those little rainbow lines? Those are the places for relief cuts. And if you notice, I did like a little color theory thing where the red is across from the green and the orange is across from the blue and the yellow is across from the purple. And then I did like pink and gray and like a lime green and a black because I kind of ran out of colors. But I always recommend first doing your base coat on all of the nails, okay? So, oh, God bless you, Kathy. Taxes. I got to work on tax stuff too. I'm not looking forward to it. Rubber base gels just have different ingredients than the base gel. So yeah, ours is definitely considered like a rubber base gel. And the adhesion's just a lot better on them than just like a regular base gel would be. So ours is a rubber base gel. All right, so we are going to fit the form now. When working with our forms, you don't want to take this, like they're nice thick forms. They are not flimsy at all. On flimsier forms, people like to take the back and like stick this in here, but this will actually like not be a good thing for our forms because they're already strong. All right. That's awesome, Jess. I love seeing that. So the other thing with the form is, you know, sometimes they tilt up, sometimes they tilt down. Basically, you have to consider the shape that you're making, okay? So what I like to do when I do a form is I like to make it look like a little elephant. To me, this looks like an elephant. So this is his little trunk here, and these are his 2 ears. I keep the 2 ears out really wide. And then what I like to do to kind of set myself up for success is I do like to just close the very end of this form right here, just like that. And then I hold my little elephant ears out. I don't try to close. Once you put this on, this will actually become a tab to close itself. So definitely don't want that touching before you put the finger in. You want to keep the elephant ears all the way out. I can't do an elephant noise, but if I could, I would. And then this is where you would take the finger and slip this form right under there. Mine actually is in a shape that fits this pretty darn well. But sometimes there's people that this doesn't fit because it's too pointed or it's not flat enough. So sometimes you have to make adjustments. The other thing that I want to point out are these relief cuts. So where do you make a relief cut? I am so close, and I hope the quality of this video is really good. The relief cut is going to be basically right where the corner of the nail is. So for me, the corner of my nail is right here. So I'm looking at the purple line. Should be on the, and I want this to fit under. I don't really have it shoved all the way under, so I might need to adjust the form just a hair. But this is where the relief cut goes. This is the direction of the relief cut. You just follow right along this line, okay? On the opposite side, I should be hitting around the yellow, which is like about where I'm hitting. So I would say I'm just a hair inside of the yellow and just a hair inside of the purple on either side if I wanted to do relief cuts. What do relief cuts do? Do you see my skin right here that's like being just like a butt head? Like it's kind of like sticking, like, you know, and it makes me need to like take this and lift it up and be like, get off, because my skin, people's skin just loves to get in the way of forms and the way of like forms that fit. Especially some people got real chubby skin on either side of their nail. Mine's not really even chubby, but it's annoying me right now. So that's why you would make relief cuts. It actually makes the nail even more like slender. Good. I'm glad to hear the video quality is good today. So we're going to cut in these places that I showed you. We're going to go right inside of the yellow just a hair. So I'm going to cut like that. And then what I can do is I like to just cut these out completely and get them out of there. I don't like them even hanging around. So I'm just going to remove this whole part. And then I'm going to switch to the other side and do the same thing over here. I'm going to go just inside of the purple, right? This is so fun to do under camera. Can you sense my sarcasm? I'm just kidding. It's just weird. Okay. And so removing that piece And like I have it really close up so I can't move too much. All right. So now when I fit this form under the free edge of my nail, I should be able to get it like all up in there, all up underneath there. And look from the side how nice that is. Yeah, I was so adamant. Listen, y'all, when I made our forms at Wildflowers, I was so adamant about having these colored lines. And the manufacturer was like, seriously, Lauren, like most people that get forms get like 2 colors printed on their form. And you're telling me that you want to have like, you know, 12 colors printed. And I was like, yes, I do. And I will have what I want. And I know it'll be costing me, and it did. But I'm happy to have that because it helps to teach color theory to people who are new at putting on forms. And it helps you to remember, you know, where to cut. Because other forms, like they might even have lines now. Before, like they didn't even have lines like that. But our lines have the colors. So it just kind of makes it easy to say, oh yeah, if you just have a black line on both sides, you're like, oh God, which black line do I cut? I can't remember. And then some people are like, well, take your scissors and make little notches. And I don't know, for me, I love colors, and colors make it easy to remember things for me. That's why our brushes are all different rainbow colors, and that's why our forms are done like this. The other cool thing about forms, if I can try to point this out to you while I'm just kind of playing, is, all right, so if I'm gonna do a stiletto nail, the line that comes, let me see if I can like, I don't want to stick this to me, but I'm going to try to kind of stick it so I can point with my, just gently stick it. Okay. The line that comes out on a stiletto, it's like this line down here. This is the lower arch, or like your lateral. So this line actually goes straight like this. It just keeps going straight. And then, on the top, it comes up, it has like an apex, and then it goes down. So right now, if I was gonna do a pointed nail, you can see the line is actually going like upward. See these lines that curve upward? That's what these lines are for, okay? They're going upward like that. We don't want them going upward for a stiletto. We actually, for a stiletto, want them going down so that it's straight. So this is why, so what you would have to do is you'd have to take off like this little point here and this little point here so that the form would actually fit better. And so now check this out. Do you see how now when I have the form tilted like this, let me just kind of like halfway stick it. When I have the form tilted like this, do you see, and I apologize for the white lights that you see on there, but do you see how now this is pretty much, sorry, I'm trying to be, oh, there we go. This is pretty much straight now. And so this is how a stiletto should come out, and this is how your form should be tilted for a stiletto nail, okay? Should be tilted down. It's gonna require you to cut a little bit off of these corners so you're not poking the crap out of your customer. And it will fit, once you do that, it will fit a little bit better right in there as you tilt it down. But this is the way a form should be tilted on a stiletto. That's why these curved lines are on the form, right? It does make a lot of sense. Like when you understand all of these lines that are on a form and what the heck they're for, you're like, oh. Now, if you're just trying to do a square nail, you're gonna look at these straight lines that come out of the form, and you're gonna follow these straight lines. So if I'm just doing a square, the form is more than likely going to just be coming straight out like this. And look, I have a nice little line to follow right here. I'm gonna obviously go just outside of my line a hair, but it gives you like a nice guideline. So this would be for like a square shaped nail. I hope this is making sense to everyone. When you're doing that, these tabs really aren't gonna touch. They're gonna be kind of open. And when you're doing a stiletto nail and you have this tilted down, these come up in the back and you're gonna have like a little shark fin. Almond nails, Brittany, that's a great question. Almond nails can be made in a lot of different ways. I prefer personally, and I think it's a lot of personal preference, I personally feel like the strongest almond nail is going to be created from a downward tilt like this. So if I was just doing a very short almond nail, I would tilt down on my form and I would follow this little line right here, just like that. Sorry, I'm getting a little blurry. Do you see that line right there? I'm going to kind of follow that line right there, and that's going to be my almond nail. My almond nail is going to come out straight from the sides like this, and it's going to have a nice, beautiful curve to it. That's the strongest almond nail. Now, some people with almond nails like to just do this way, okay? And they like their almond nail to come up from here and shoot up like this. So it's really like, this isn't going to give you the strongest almond. You're going to have a much stronger almond when your line is straight here rather than cutting it up this way. This is going to give you like a little bit of a weaker stress point if you shape your almond nail like this. Most almond nails for me, honestly, when I do them, end up coming out pretty straight, but then I might have to tilt up just a hair at the end. So yeah, any other questions? I love that you guys love that I'm explaining this. I love explaining this. I'm happy to explain these things to you. I'm happy to explain the forms. You know, the numbers are there for length. Just be careful because, like, for example, if you have a really long nail bed and you're like, I'm going to just do them all to number 3, and then you hit a nail that has a really short nail bed, 3 ain't going to cut it and it's going to look shorter. So the numbers are there sort of as like a helpful guide, but not something that you necessarily have to like adhere to perfectly. All right, so let me try to actually like put on this form now. And this is the greatest part about our having the base gel on my nail already. So the base gel's on here. You can see where I've even touched it. It's cured. My adhesion for this nail will not be affected by me touching. Even if my client's like, oh God, I gotta go to the bathroom. And they go and they have to like wash their hands and the whole 9 yards. This base gel is adhered to my natural nail. And anything I put on top of this will adhere to the base gel with no problem. I mean, obviously, if they come with like toilet paper stuck to their nail, which could definitely happen, give it a wipe with alcohol. It's not going to affect anything, okay? So that's the why when I teach, I'm always teaching like put your base gel on first before you mess with your forms, like get that base gel on there. The only exception to that would be for tips. If you're going to do tips, you can glue your tips on first and then apply your base gel. I am going to snip away just a hair of this, like just a tiny hair of these little tippy tips on here. I do want to kind of do sort of a longer nail for y'all so you can see how to encapsulate, because that's what we're really trying to kind of focus on today. So yeah, ooh, that's a good snug fit for this form for me. Fits under there beautifully, making good contact like all the way. We can definitely do sort of, sorry, I'm back up a bit. We can definitely do sort of like an almond or a pointed shape. So Shannon, for acrylic, if you want to try this base gel under your acrylic, I would recommend that you just do whatever's convenient for you. It will stick to the tacky layer, and it will stick if you wipe the tacky layer off, and I've done it myself. So definitely, like, take it from me. Don't worry. Just, you know, you can do either, and it will work. You won't have problems with either way. I'm gonna probably head all the way out to like right here. What number would that be? That's number 6. So fitting my form, again, this is my pointer finger, so it is a little curvy. You know, gotta love the pointer fingers. But I've got a really good fit here. I'm feeling really good about my form fit. It's definitely making good contact on here. I've got it tilted down a good bit, so I should have a nice straight edge on my nail. And yes, it might look a little scary or weird to you, but don't panic, okay? It is tilted down for a purpose. You can see we're going right into the corner there, which is right where we want to be for this nail. I got my finger all sideways and backwards, but there it is from the other side. Just for security purposes. Yannick, it does. You saw me, I cleansed my nail plate with a mixture of alcohol and acetone. So for extra security for this form, we're gonna make our shark fin in the back because we've got so much popped up there because we have our form tilted down because we're gonna do a pointed shape nail. The other thing for security that you have is sticking down here. So I'm going to squeeze this together, and this form is not going to budge. Like, I can't even imagine all the crazy stuff you could do with this form. It's going to have to get ripped from your finger. It will destroy the form when you take it off because this form is so incredibly stuck to my finger right now. So we've got a nice good fit on the form. Now we're going to build out what we call the skeleton. That's a Madeline Wolf phrase. She just says skeleton instead of skeleton, but we're going to build out what we would consider a skeleton here. I'm going to go with the Wildflowers clear built in a bottle to do this. And again, y'all, I'm just going real slow because I want to explain everything I'm doing to you. Okay. So this is not like me working in a salon, like how fast I would go or a competition. This is me just really taking my time and explaining stuff to you. So here's something really cool. I'm going to take off the squishy top for this because we're not going to need it right now. So I'm going to just set it up on my light. We're just going to use the Flash Cure light just like this. We'll have it good to go, okay? So if you feel out of control trying to sculpt your entire extension when you're working with gel, which is a very common thing to feel. People try to do this, they feel very out of control, they feel like stuff's going everywhere, and it's like a little scary. The coolest thing about our gel, even our white, is that you can like freeze this in place anytime you feel like it's good. So if I just wanted to do like half of this and just focus on this side of the nail and then freeze it in place, you can totally do that. So I've got some gel on my brush. I don't have a ton. This is the Wildflowers clear built in a bottle. And I'm going to get it into this corner. Make sure I make good contact there. And I'm going to follow my line. Okay, that's like my number one priority right now is following that line just to there. And then I'm going to gently kind of just sweep it up the nail towards the middle. And what's cool is if I'm like, oh my gosh, okay, that wasn't too bad, but I'm afraid when I turn the finger, it's going to go crazy. What you can do is just pop your Flash Cure light on and give that a cure. Kathy, I would love to use a color. Let me think about this for a minute. I might be able to, I like your idea of using a color so you can see it a little bit better. So you only need to do that for like probably 10 seconds max. And I have this one side of the nail like frozen in place. Again, I know I'm so close up here. We have this little tiny spot where my form was being kind of a butt head. So I did let the gel go, like just kind of flow in there just a little bit because I wanted to make sure that like we didn't have a spot that was missing gel. And you can see I can just push it away from my skin and we definitely have gel in there. So if you ever have a spot like that, make sure you get the gel in there because you want the gel there, okay? I am now going to flip to the other side. And what's so great is like, I feel like I have control right now, right? I don't feel like oh my God, what's happening to the other side of the nail right now? Is it like flowing down onto the, you know, like onto my workstation? Oh my gosh. So I'm just sliding up there, following my line. And again, we're going for number 6. And then we actually had a lot of gel on my brush for that one. Don't even need that much gel. And then just kind of sweeping it towards the center. We overlapped just a hair onto what we already did. And now what's so great is we can just cure this. And again, you really don't have to do like a full cure on this. A 10-second cure with your Flash Cure light is sufficient to hold the stuff in place, okay? You really don't have to like go crazy. So at this point, we actually already have our skeleton built. And this is enough, like, you know, obviously you're going to be doing multiple fingers. So if I felt like I was like, okay, let me move on to the next finger, I could totally move on to the next finger because I'm not going to be scared that this is going to move on me. So like it really only takes 10 seconds. I am going to go ahead and place this in the light. So just bear with me for a second while I place this in the light because I am going to remove the form. I want y'all to be able to see what it looks like once the form is removed. Okay. Another thing that if you're nervous, I'm not nervous because I've done this a lot for years and years and years. I've done nails. So like I know when it's a good time to be nervous and when it's a good time not. Sometimes if you don't get that gel up onto your natural nail, when you go to take your form off, it can actually break. So if you are nervous about that, if you're like, oh gosh, I'm afraid when I go to take my form off, it's just gonna crack right along there, just take your clear built in a bottle. It really just takes a quick second to do this and just put it on like polish. This is just gonna make sure everything is kind of connected together. This way, when you go to take your form off, you're not having to like have anxiety. The other thing that you can do at this moment is you can come in here. Hold on, sorry y'all. Okay, just making sure that was whole. I was like, did I bust that? No, okay, I did not bust it. You can come in here and actually start to look at your nail and see different places that might be high or low. I know we're really, really close here. This is like extreme close up of the nail, but we can look for high or low places. Hold on, let me cut this shark fin. So I want y'all to be able to see what I'm looking at. Okay, I can look down the nail and I can sort of see if anything looks off. I can turn my nail this way if you want to. I can see if anything looks heavy or looks off. Typically for me, I get kind of heavy right up here. Oops, I forgot to hear that. And right over there on the natural nail. So I kind of know that I'll be a little fat right there. I'm gonna stick this in my light and just quickly cure it. And so what we're gonna do with this, when this comes out, is we can actually give it a little bit of a shape now. So if you're someone who's thinking about filing and you're like, okay, do I wanna file now while it's really skinny and easy to file, or do I wanna wait till I have all the bulk on top of it from encapsulating and file it then? To me, if I can take a moment to just fix something now before I put all that bulk on top, a lot of times, in my opinion, I think it's kind of easier to do it that way, to do like your little fixes right now. If you're wanting to pinch to do a little contour, that's something that you would also do sort of right now. And so carefully, you're gonna squeeze your form together, okay? So you can see it's lifted away, and then you are going to pull down to remove your form, okay? And again, like you heard what I said about how difficult it's gonna be to get this off, like that's how secure the form was. So we have our basic shape going on, okay? You can take some alcohol at this point if you want. And what I personally like to do is I like to sometimes aim for these places that I know are going to be a problem. So right here, I almost always get a little bit too much gel. This is on like the underneath before I put stuff in the nail. Almost always right there for me, and almost always right here on the other side for me. It's the same place on both sides. It tends to just get a little bit high because I know me, and I know when I do nails, like the things that I do. So I'm just going in there and sort of just flattening that out just a hair, okay? So now comes the fun part. This is where we get to use our flash cure light and stick some stuff in there. Like if we want to do a dried flower, we'll stick that in there. So I'm going to take my flash cure light. I am going to take my like little sticky squishy guy and stick that on there. Okay, so I have him ready to go. And I'm going to use the Wildflowers clear base gel. So this is the clear base gel. I'm going to try to get a flower sort of like right here in this area. And again, I did wipe the back with alcohol, so I don't really have to worry about it like slip sliding too much on me. Here's my flower. So I have it there. I didn't do anything to soften it. So if it does a little like crunchy thing, my apologies. So we're going to place this right on and then turn on our light. And honestly, it doesn't take long at all to do this. The gel cures like very quickly. And so how cool, y'all, is that flat? I think that's flat. I think it is officially really, really flat. It just makes it, isn't that awesome how much easier it makes it? Same with like the ghost glitters. I mean, y'all know we got all kinds of stuff that's like horrible to try to encapsulate. Let's try to fit another one in there while we're at it. Just have some fun here. I was plucking these flowers out for like picture purposes, so there's not a lot of like really good ones left. So maybe this little guy. Yeah, I mean, it really is a useful tool. Just know that like the little stamper head part, like it does come off. It's not like permanently affixed. So Wildflowers base gel. Just like that. Yeah, I do keep it thin. I do like to keep it thin. And I didn't pre-moisten these flowers, like just a FYI, so if it cracks, like, I'm sorry. Carefully just placing my little stamper head on there and then just pressing. Yeah, you know what's happened, Jennifer? Like, I got you, sis. Because listen, I feel like the internet like just blew up with so much videos and it's so oversaturated with like just like there's a lot of fast videos out there. Yeah, look, I broke it a little bit. So pre-soak it, you guys. That's what happens if you don't pre-soak it, okay? You will probably break your flower a little bit. So we learned to pre-soak. But anyway, I'm going to put some glitter and some other stuff and we won't be able to tell that I ripped the one petal off. But I think what's happened with the internet is things just got so fast in our faces, and even nail videos, just let me stop for a second. I'm going to use the foil gel. You pre-moisten them by putting them in some top coat. That's what everybody was telling me. I was like, I know there's a way to pre-moisten them so they don't crack like that and break because they are fragile. But you can just stick it in a little top coat and it'll soften it up. This is the Wildflowers foil gel now. And this is like our new formula of foil gel because I want to do a little bit of like metal leaf and maybe some glitter in here. So I can take our foil gel because it's super sticky, give this a quick cure. Yeah, I mean, it's not the end of the world if it breaks, right? Not the end of the world. This is our oxidized foil leaf, and this stuff's really cool because it has like the blue and like the orange and some other colors in it just besides gold. So when working with the foil gel, and again, this is our like newer formula of foil gel. So if you need to stock up on foil gel, y'all, this stuff is the bomb. It is incredible. The stickiest ever. Okay, so I can take some of my little foil leaf, and a lot of times what you can do, hold on, let me just utilize my, oh, don't do that. You can even take it, because the foil gel is super sticky, you can even kind of take this. Some people like to take it and just be like, wacha, wacha, and it'll just kind of rip off and stick. So a lot of ways to go about doing that. Get off my tweezers. It is, it locks my tweezers a lot. Okay, thank you. All right, so we can go in here and just kind of stick this here, a little bit there, a little bit there, a little here, a little there, a little everywhere. Okay, great. Lovely. These little places that happened with the base gel from when I encapsulated the flowers, like they'll fall right off. So no problem. So look, nice and skinny. Everything's super flat. It's going to be so easy to file this, encapsulate it. One more thing, of course, you can't not have glitter, right? This is actually from our January Bloom Box. So if you're a Bloom Box subscriber, you should have this one. Just a little sprinkle. Never hurt anyone, right? A little just sprinkle. Okay. Because if we're going to do a clear nail, you got to have something iridescent in there. You just have to. Okay, so here's the part. And again, this is what I love about our Flash Cure Light, our built in a bottle. So I've removed the like stamper head from this. So again, if you're that person that's like, I feel out of control, I don't like this, here's what you do. Just focus on one half of the nail, okay? So we're gonna apply a generous amount of the clear built in a bottle. Focus on getting it like in any nooks and crannies. We're gonna hold the nail on its side on purpose. Why do you think that is, y'all? Which way does the gel flow when I hold the nail like this? It's all flowing towards the center of the nail, and that's where we want it to flow to. Turn on our Flash Cure Light, we're just gonna freeze this. So for me, this is how you feel like you have a sense of control when you're doing an encapsulation. Yes, gravity, exactly. Because gravity is going to take this, it's gonna pull the product towards the center of the nail. That's where we want it anyway, because we want to build that nice strong center and have a nice apex, right? So y'all can see I've applied, can you see it? When I hold my finger like this, you can see how I've applied it down the right side of the nail. And I'll probably apply a little bit more out on the tip, but like such a nice way to feel like you actually have control over what's going on. Do the other side. Getting a nice amount of that build in a bottle on my brush. I'm not being too worried about getting it perfect around the cuticle area right now. My main focus right now is like getting it all the way down on my sides, making sure I'm actually encapsulating the stuff that I'm trying to encapsulate. And I'm just letting gravity pull it towards the center of the nail. Just like that. We can go ahead and give this a cure. You like it? Izzy approves, everyone. She likes my stiletter. I know, doesn't it make you want to wear it right now? They're very, I feel like it's a nice transition from like the wintry frigid weather into spring. So you guys, we have a bundle on our website. Can I just tell you right now? Okay, because I love you. We have a bundle. It's literally $29. $29. You get this Flash Cure Light with the sticky head. You get the base gel, okay, which I think by itself is like $18. You get the dried flowers, and which you actually will get like a whole thing of dried flowers. These are mine that I've used. And you get the Admirer glitter, which I don't have to show you, but it's those beautiful hearts that everybody loves to encapsulate for Valentine's Day. Y'all know? So now that I have like my bases covered and I can see like I've got this big kind of like space in the middle where there's product missing right here. Now it's like I can come down the center of the nail knowing that I'll have control over my product. So if I want to come in here and just do sort of a almost like polish type of coat first, and then I can come in here with like a more sort of bulky, I really just need to kind of bulk up the tip a bit. But again, like I feel like I have control over what I'm doing because I sort of already laid down that foundation. I can turn it to the side and sort of look at it and gauge like, do I have enough product everywhere I need it? Do I have like a dip maybe right in there a little bit? If I feel like I have a dip, I can take this part, yeah, it'll get warm, but like you're not gonna feel it. It's all the way out there on the finger. So if I have a dip, I can fill that dip in. I can always turn my finger this way, hold it like that for a few seconds, make sure all that gel is going exactly where I want it to go. And then again, you can always stick this into you can flash cure it, or you can just go, I'm just gonna go straight in the light at this point. All right. Yeah, it really is crystal clear. And you guys, we have a lot of great stuff in the works. So if you like to actually sculpt and build nails like this, stick with us. We have, I'm going to be out at the one show in Portland, Oregon. We're doing a whole class on this. It's part of the Triple Threat Nail Tech. I'm showing how to do tips. I'm showing how to do forms. I'm showing how to sculpt using basically all of our products. We're going to be using dual forms. I mean, we're doing all of it. So we have a whole entire day of just structure where I'm teaching you like how to build nails. So it's going to be an awesome, awesome class. We'll definitely hold that in the Atlanta area as well. So just stay tuned. I know a lot of you are interested in coming to the Atlanta area. I am not going to be able to file this to save my life under camera, you guys. Like, let me try to zoom way out. So if you want to learn how to file from me, you're going to have to like come to a class or something, because this is going to be, and it's my own finger. Like I would totally teach you if it was on someone else, but it's really, really hard for me to file on myself. So trying my best. When you file when you file a stiletto type of nail, you're going to do a lot of filing in this direction, y'all. Hopefully that helps someone out there. I hope this right here, what I'm doing right now, is helping someone. This was probably the most valuable thing that I was taught. Madeline Wolf actually taught me that. I was taking a class from her, and my stiletto nails, like, or my, my like pointed nails always looked really fat. And I was like, why do my nails always look so fat? And she's like, because you have to file this way when you do them. You have to like lay your file down on the nail and actually file like that when you do a stiletto or a pointed nail. So I hope that helps someone. Okay. Oh God, I almost just poked myself with my, how do I do this? All right, coming over here to this side. I apologize in advance for what you're watching right now, everyone. It's very hard to do this on yourself, especially when I can't like pull it in close. I'm trying to keep it under the camera so you can sort of get an idea of what I'm doing. But it's very difficult. Very, very difficult. Okay, so we have like our general, and I mean like very general shape in there, okay? We have like a little more refining of the top. See how it kind of has like a little, let me move my hand. It's got a little like sort of lump, so we have to just tidy this up. When you look at it this way, do you see how it's drooping on the, listen, I'm a judge, okay? I'm gonna point out everything wrong with this nail right now for you. Do you see back here, watch it droop underneath this front side. Do you see that? I want to teach like a whole course on judging. Do you see it drooping down? Okay, that means it needs filed. But it's really freaking hard to file it. Okay, wait, maybe I can do it this way. Oh my God. I feel like I'm going to have to go see a chiropractor after this. I could teach a course called like how to nitpick the crap out of your nails by Wireman. All right. So you should see a very nice improvement when we look this way now, okay? Aha, much better. It's not perfect, but it's much better, isn't it? So these are all the different ways. This is like a whole other course that I could teach, but these are all the ways to like look at your nail. I haven't even really filed back here yet, but this is how you would see zone 2 right here, the contour of it. like this. Zone 2 is how you would see the contour of zone 3 by just tilting up a little bit. You can look down the nail, you should see a nice half circle, which again, we've got kind of a point up top. We got more filing to do. We're a little uneven on the bottom still. But like these are all of those things. The sides should be coming straight out. We should have an apex around zone 2. My apex should be like right around here. So we're definitely way too bulky back here. But really, really difficult to do this under a camera. I'm going to pull you even more close to me so I can try to like see what I'm doing and file this just a bit more. My dried flower's under there, so I am like trying to, you know, be mindful. And then anytime you're filing, like you need to file in rounded motions. So that means don't be just staying still, going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. You need to be like rounded about what you're doing. And I would do my like back cuticle area back here with an E-file. Oh. Okay, it's getting better. I'm gonna flatten this just a hair more. How do we flatten that? You can see the way my file is going. This is why you tilt the form down, because if you were just gonna like file this, what would happen is you would file a hole right through it. If your form was tilted going up like that, you would just have a hole. You wouldn't even have a tip to it. Oh, Leisha. Yeah, you can come back and watch it. A lot of good info on this live. A lot of detailed info on just sculpting. We're trying to get rid of that hump, and so now you can see it's starting to flatten down and be more of a like proper shape. This is, you know, this is just going to be something wearable, so it doesn't have to be like, we could even round this out a little bit. Because Lord knows I'll kill myself. So at this point, I'm just going to kind of round her out. But again, like you can see how by rounding it, see how it just kind of, I cut off sort of the tip, and that's what happens to it. But anyway, okay, it's not going to be totally perfect, but are you ready? Don't blow on your clients, only blow on yourself. Okay, are you ready to see the nail? Are you ready? All right. It's not going to be perfect. So I think I just said that. I keep on saying it just to like make sure y'all know, because if it was really, really me doing a nail, I would spend a little bit more time refining the shape. Definitely. I would have used an E-file. Always clean your underside. And another thing you can look at just as like an FYI is you can see your thickness. Like when you look at your nail this way, you can see actually how thick you are by looking at this way. And you can see other little like imperfections. See that little dippity dip going on right there. But like not the biggest deal. All right, let's put top coat on. Are you ready for top coat? I'm ready. Okay, let me get down here. Let me clean this surface a bit. I'll zoom in real close. We'll put the top coat on. The foil does not come in the bundle. Good question. So the foil doesn't come in the bundle. Oh, look what I've done here. I filed too much right on that little spot. So what I'm going to do, my natural fingernail comes up just a little bit right here, and I overfiled over there. Typical me. So what I would do if I ever overfile is I would take my clear build in a bottle, because you know, it's hard to file upside down, backwards, and sideways. Get in here with my build in a bottle over here just to kind of reinforce this area right over here. Like so typical. I'm just feathering that a hair, but I do want to make sure that I've sort of reinforced it over on that side so that I don't have any issues. So I'll quickly cure this and then we'll put the top coat on. So thanks for hanging with me, y'all. No foil in the bundle, but the foil is really inexpensive. So, and it comes in two different, they're not really flavors. I would say flavors, but they're not flavors. There's stripes, one that looks like stripes and one that looks like spots. So all right, just wanted to reinforce my side because I overfiled it just a hair over there. Gonna quickly just make sure we're blended in. And then we'll top coat. Sorry for the extra little step, y'all. Just wanted to make sure we're good. Okay. Yeah, it's easy for me. You know why? Because my natural nails are really soft. They're very, very soft natural nails. And so for me, my skin actually pushes them out sort of on the corners. So how you would like really remedy that in real life is you would file away the corner of your nail. You really would want to get in here and like file down your natural nail kind of as much as you can. That's going to help so that it's not like trying to fly up out from the side of the nail. Also, like contouring by like pinching or doing a little squeezing, especially if you're doing like liquid and powder acrylic. But I mean, you can do the same thing with gel. So here comes the top coat. Best part, always the best part, right? Oh, it's like the magic. And I typically don't, I don't like top coat under the nail or anything. If there is a, I don't know, an area that looks like it needs it because it's like thick or something, then I'll do that. But the other thing I like to do with my top coat is I like to check my light line to see, like, obviously right over on this little edge. I didn't get the top coat too close over there, so I could definitely do a better job over there. But I like to watch this. I like to watch my light line. And when I see it like wibble wobble, see how it's doing like a little wibble wobble here and there. Sometimes it's because there's like an issue with the surface of the nail, and other times it's because, you know, it just hasn't settled itself down yet. So I'll just apply a nice coat. If you're being extremely persnickety, like if these were for a photo shoot or something, I would hold the finger up like this just to help that top coat pull to the center so that I don't end up having hips on my nail. And now look how nice. It's a lot better. It's doing that wibble wobble because I put that builder gel there and then I didn't really file it. But shh, we don't need to talk about that, okay? So there's the nail. Let me cure it. And then I will take my glove off and show it off for just another second. So hopefully you all got to learn something. This is such a great tool, the flash cure light, and then also having the option to stick this squishy little head on there to help encapsulate stuff. So great. Look, I'm like I'm trying to do this with one hand with my arm crossed over me. But being able to put this little squishy part on there is a great way to, you know, just help when you're trying to flatten something down and trying to encapsulate it. You have that option to do that. And it's just really convenient to be able to stick that on there when you need it, pull it off when you don't need it. It's not a big deal. We don't sell the stamper heads separately, not right now at least. We are about to be out of our pink flash cure lights, so we are transitioning to just carrying these blue ones. But here is the finished nail. Nice little spring nail, right? I like those light pink hearts a lot. So there you go. I hope that you learned a lot today. We did a lot about shape. We did a lot about structure. We did base. We did build in a bottle. We did encapsulating. I don't even know. I feel like we just did a lot. I had one on my middle finger yesterday, but I had to chop it off because I type too much and I play piano. But this is the one I did for the little like promo video. And even so, like really, when you look at it this direction, it's not even that thick, which is really cool. So yeah. Super cool, right? I'm like, oh, don't look at my other nails. Ugh, don't look there. Thanks, y'all. Oh, thank you so much. Well, I'm so thrilled that the internet cooperated today. Oh, here we are. Got my red lipstick on. I'm excited that the internet cooperated with me today. I am going to probably end up going live on Sunday evening at the end of this week rather than Monday. Pam, you want to clean it with isopropyl alcohol, okay? I will probably end up going live. I'm like, I will probably, just trying to find something to do with my fabulous finger. I'll probably end up going live on Sunday evening this week because Mondays are getting really hard for me. Mondays are really hard because like our girls start their school week and I'm homeschooling them, and then the warehouse is like inundated with orders. Every order that came in like Friday afternoon, all day Saturday, all day Sunday, it's all sitting up there. Plus we're starting all this new stuff. So the warehouse is already calling me. They're like, what's the February gel polish bundle? And I'm like, look on the website. But yeah, if you didn't see, this is the February gel polish bottle. But anyway, you know, getting them prepared for all of our new stuff, our new bundles is always a challenge, and it always happens on Mondays. And then I'm always like, sorry, I gotta go do my live, like later. And I kind of leave them all hanging. So yeah, I will probably see you on Sunday. So set your calendar probably around 7 p.m. That's just like the time that works out best. Hopefully you don't have a conflict, and if you do have a conflict, it's fine because you can rewatch it. We always leave our lives up for you to come back and watch. So if like Monday at 11 works really good for you, you can just watch the Sunday Night Live on Monday at 11. And yeah, I love you guys so much. Thank you for watching. Again, everything's at wildflowersnails.com. And make sure you join our technique and support page. And Erin will be going live on Wednesday at 11 a.m. right here to do some encapsulation with you as well. Jotana will be live Friday at 6 right here. Thanks so much for watching. Love y'all so much. Don't forget to sign up for Master Artist Week. Sign up for Master Artist Week. It's going to be so good. It's in Fort Myers. I love you. Bye.